The Genius Club with Prairie Pine. Chapter 23. Getting Rich. Before long, the match between Argentina and Croatia began. Argentina was clearly stronger, eventually winning easily 3-0 to advance to the final. Messi slid on his knees across the stadium lawn. Ryan rolled around on the living room floor. We won! Shit! Alex, we're rich! Ryan rolled over and jumped up, gripping Alex's hand tightly. Comrade Alex, our bright future depends on you. Alex pulled his hand away. Didn't you just say my dreams weren't reliable and weren't the real future world? Ryan scratched his head, glancing at the pile of lottery tickets on the coffee table. I'm afraid I need more experimental data before I can draw a conclusion. So who will win tomorrow's semi-final between France and Morocco? Tell me quickly. Alex recalled the sentence he had seen in his dream. Argentina defeated France in a penalty shootout to win the championship. Since France is already in the final to play Argentina, they must win tomorrow. Are you still going to bet? Quit while you're ahead. Ryan smiled and gathered the scattered lottery tickets on the table. Don't worry, I know my limits. I'll come to your house to watch the game tomorrow. Please don't. I want to sleep. Oh, come on. You have to wake up at 0:42 anyway. Once you're up, don't go back to sleep. Let's verify together if your dreams are really accurate. The next night, Ryan arrived as promised. He held a thick stack of lottery tickets, strutting triumphantly. I redeemed over $10,000 from the lottery tickets I bought yesterday. Today I added some savings and bet $30,000 on France to win. Alex, if France really wins this time, we can make $70,000 to $80,000. What if we lose? Shoo, don't curse, you jinx. Once again at 3 a.m, amid Alex's constant yawning, the match began. As expected, France launched a fierce offensive throughout the game, eventually winning 2-0 to advance to the final. Ryan turned into a wild mop, scrubbing the living room floor frantically. You're amazing, Alex. We're rich. We earned a year's salary in one go. Wait, aren't we missing the point? Alex suddenly realized, watching Ryan mopping wildly. I asked you here to discuss my dreams. So how did it turn into accompanying you to watch the World Cup for no reason? Ryan climbed up from the floor, strolling back and forth with his hands behind his back. Actually, I still don't quite believe your dreams can predict the future. It's just too absurd. But if Argentina wins the final as you saw in your dream, then it might really be something incredible. The final is in a few days. I'll come to your house to watch the game again. Alex was speechless. I don't think there's any need to continue verifying. Please don't come again. Besides, even if you asked me, a total football idiot, to buy lottery tickets, I would have bet on these two teams to win. Their strength gap is obviously huge. But Ryan didn't care. By the way, Alex, you should buy some lottery tickets too. You can't just watch me drive a Land Rover while your brother continues to suffer. Right. I think we can go all in on Argentina to win next time. I'm leaving. See you in a few days. After sending Ryan off, Alex slept until lunchtime. It was the weekend, so he didn't have to go to work and slept soundly. But he did have plans for the afternoon. Alex intended to go to the hospital to visit Ethan Hughes' daughter. A few days earlier, Emma had instructed Alex to buy some things and go see her. Alex had asked his former counselor, Ethan Hughes was in the school laboratory doing research on workdays and only went to the hospital to accompany his daughter on weekends. So the best time to see him was at the hospital on the weekend. After lunch, Alec bought several boxes of gifts and then took a taxi to the affiliate hospital of EC University. The affiliated hospital of EC University was arguably one of the top hospitals in EC City. It had countless experts and great authority. Intractable diseases that couldn't be cured anywhere else in the country were ultimately transferred here. So if even the experts here said there was no chance of Ethan Hughes's daughter waking up, then there was probably really no hope. Thinking about a girl who had become a vegetative state at 4 or 5 years old and would spend her entire life unconscious in bed was truly heartbreaking. But this also deepened Alec's confusion. Why wasn't Ethan Hughes willing to exchange the failed research product for money to accompany his daughter wholeheartedly, or let her receive better treatment? Could it be that the so-called dignity of a scientist was really that important? The inpatient building was more than 20 floors high. Ethan Hughes' daughter was in a ward on the 17th floor. Following the information on the door plate, Alex quickly found his destination. It was a single ward, and the nameplate read, Gloria Hughes. It must be Ethan Hughes' daughter's name. The ward door was half open. Alex knocked gently, and the smooth wooden door opened directly. The scene inside surprised him. From the door to the window, the room was piled high with all kinds of high-end gifts, all of great value. And on these gifts and flowers, there were also greeting cards from major cosmetics companies, many of which were world-famous beauty giants. It seemed Emma was right. Nowadays, Ethan Hughes was the golden boy in the eyes of cosmetics companies worldwide. The chemical substance he regarded as a humiliation and a failed product was simply a huge gold mine in the eyes of these cosmetics companies. By the window of the ward, there was a multifunctional hospital bed. On the blue bed sheet lay a thin girl quietly. Her arm hanging by the bed truly embodied the phrase, skin and bones. And at that moment, the calf that Ethan Hughes was holding in his hand, carefully bending and stretching for exercise, was also atrophied to the point where not a trace of muscle could be seen. She was like a fragile porcelain doll, ready to break at the slightest touch. Alex stood at the door, not speaking. For a vegetative state who had been bedridden for more than 10 years, the muscles all over her body were probably completely atrophied long ago. Even if he insisted on doing stretching exercises for her every day, it could only bring psychological comfort. Alex watched as Ethan Hughes finished a set of rehabilitation exercises, then turned his daughter over before finally turning around. Take your things away. There's already enough piled up here. Alex put the gifts he was holding behind the door and said softly, Professor Hughes, you should also take care of yourself. These tonics are for you too. Professor Ethan Hughes adjusted his glasses, examining Alex up and down. Are you a student at EC University? Alex was confused. How could he tell? He nodded. Yes, Professor Hughes. My name is Alex, and I graduated from EC University. Did you used to host the school anniversary gala and the freshman orientation gala? Alex nodded again, secretly admiring Professor Ethan Hughes's good memory. That's right, Professor Hughes. Do you remember me? I often hosted campus events in college. I hosted the freshman orientation gala for 3 consecutive years. Ethan Hughes rarely smiled. No wonder you look so familiar. At Mr. Derek's dinner party the other day, I had a sense of déjà vu when I saw you. Perhaps it was the natural affection a teacher felt for their own students, But Alex felt that Ethan Hughes was much gentler today than before. Ethan Hughes waved, gesturing for Alex to approach the bed. Alex was truly surprised. He had even prepared to be chased out by Ethan Hughes, but he didn't expect that he actually wanted to talk more. Alex walked to the bed, looking at the pale girl lying there. Young man. Professor Ethan Hughes turned his head to look at Alex. Do you know why I'm not willing to sell that failed product to you?